watching Rogers TV.
And welcome to Next Week Today in St. Thomas, Elgin. I'm your host, Kate Burns-Gallagher. We're so glad you joined us today. Up first, we are here in the beautiful Atrium in downtown St. Thomas, and we are joined by the owner, Elle Kravitz. Welcome to the show, Elle.
Thanks for having me, Kate. Glad you could be here.
Well, this is an incredible space, and I've had the pleasure of being here a couple times. I even have some of my headshots from here. Phil Bell and I came here a couple of years ago, so I love this space. It's absolutely beautiful.
Cool.
Tell us a little bit about your inspiration behind purchasing this incredible space.
Yeah, so co-working is such a beautiful thing because it really helps people meet their needs for office space as they grow, whether that be, within working from home and being a remote worker and needing that space to have that community and cultivate that sense of growth and purpose beyond just themselves, or as a business owner, really needing that place to kind of connect and build relationships and grow your business. So
that's great.
Yeah.
So co-working space, for those of our viewers who might not know what that means or is, what is co-working space?
Totally. That's a fair question. Lots of people don't know. So co-working is just a shared office. So we have this big open space office. It's beautiful. It's inspiring. There's great Wi-Fi. There's free coffee. There's meeting rooms to meet with your clients or any sort of meetings you might need to have. So it's really that done for you office at a really affordable price and really flexible to what you need. So you can scale it up or scale it down. But we have everything from 2 days a month to private offices.
That's neat. So you could go from just wanting to get out of your house once in a while to having a dedicated space that's just yours.
Absolutely. And it's all self-serve. So our space is controlled by a door access app. So people let themselves in and out. So you don't have to book ahead. You can just kind of come down, let yourself in, work for the day, get that inspired action taken on your business or whatever you're working on, and then leave refreshed and with your to-do list done, which is such a good feeling for people.
That's great. And an absolutely incredibly inspiring, beautiful space.
Absolutely.
Now, co-working space is all about collaboration and working together and cutting across those industry sectors. Mm-hmm. What have you seen here in the Atrium happen with that co-working collaboration?
Yeah, co-working, the co is so important, right? Yeah, collaborate, connect, community. So really what we see is that there's all these people who are going through it. We're all going through it in one way or another. And so this is a really supportive community, especially for people who work in small teams or work fully remote, and having that support around just yourself as a person as you go through navigating life and business and all the things is so important. But we really see collaborations across people helping each other with HR and accounting and bookkeeping and all those things that we all need help with from time to time, even if it's just sharing a cup of tea about something that's going on in your life. So that community is a big part of what we do here, but it really helps propel us all forward because high tides really do rise all ships.
Oh, that's so great. And sticking to our metaphors, you've got a water cooler, you've got communal spaces where those folks in those space can come together and talk and share.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we host lots of events here. We have a monthly wine down for our members so they can come out and just share snacks and drinks and connect in that social kind of non-pressure way. This month we have a salad bar potluck, so everybody's bringing a topping and we're just kind of adding to our beautiful community through different ways of connecting.
Great. And outside of being a member and having a space, can people rent spaces for parties or smaller events as well?
Yeah, so we have a meeting room that's perfect boardroom for up to about 20, 25 people. That's great to be used for board meetings. It makes your board meetings not boring, or offsite team meetings, management meetings, all that kind of thing. So, and that's all on an hourly basis, so you don't have to pay for more than what you need. It's just that inspiring space to get out of your own space once in a while.
Incredible. And from there, is there space here for smaller events too, outside of board meetings, but smaller social events?
Yeah, absolutely. And we love to have community events, different regional groups that kind of come together and network around different things, whether it be a women's business networking or a specialty to an industry. We're happy to kind of host lots of different things and work with different partners to facilitate that.
Incredible. And looking for the horizon for 2025, what do you have in store for the Atrium?
A lot, especially if you're a small business owner, a single entrepreneur, a solo entrepreneur. We have have so many workshops, so many talented professionals who can help you grow your business. And we're really looking at doing so much around work sprints and productivity, as well as like helping you get the basics and the foundation of your business started. So lots of great ways to join in the coming year, and lots of fun events as well too, because business doesn't have to be boring. It gets to be fun.
Well, that's the whole point,
Yeah.
right? You don't want to be bored in your day-to-day
No,
life. Yeah.
definitely not.
Yeah.
So.
Now, if people are looking to reach out to either rent a space, or if they're looking for a hot desk or that co-working permanent desk space, how do they do that?
Yeah, everything is done through our website. So workattheatrium.com. You can sign up for your membership there. You can book your meeting space, and we'd love to have you come in. And you can also book a tour or come for a free day of co-working.
Amazing. And if anybody's looking for a cool place for photos, they can also do that here too,
Yes,
right?
so once in a while we have photographers come in and sell mini shoots to help you get that professional image for your business, because again, we all need it.
Yeah, wonderful. Well, thanks so much for hosting us for the episode, Elle. We really look forward to being here today.
Thanks for coming, Kate.
Thanks. We'll be right back on Next Week Today in St. Thomas, Elgin.
Still doesn't register right in my head. I mean, the largest industrial investment in Canadian history is happening right here in St. Thomas, Ontario.
Heartbeat of Mother Earth, I feel you and embrace your warmth. I see you dancing through the trees. Your song floats on the summer breeze. Community, we come together. We are the voice of our ancestors. Thankful for how much you bless us. Feel the thunder in the drum. All our voices sing as one. Feel the power, feel the pride. Feel the drumbeat deep inside. Feel the boom, feel the bass. Let's let go of time and space. It'll make you dance, it'll make you sing. Ode Wegun, Wedok Wishin. The drum will lead you, take you far. Always remember who you are.
Back on Next Week Today in St. Thomas, Elgin. We're now joined by Danielle Nielsen, the Housing Stability Services Manager for the City of St. Thomas. Welcome to the show, Danielle.
Thank you very much for having me. It's great to be here.
Thanks. So tell us a little bit about your role. It's a really cool title. What does it all mean?
Sure, thank you. It is a big job.
Yeah.
So I have the privilege and the responsibility of supporting our community in the role of Manager of Housing Stability Services. So I work for the City of St. Thomas through St. Thomas Elgin Social Services, and my portfolio consists of both affordable and subsidized housing for low-income households in both St. Thomas and Elgin County, as well as our work to prevent and end occurrences of homelessness. So it's a busy job and a big job, one that I love dearly and feel very passionate about.
Mm-hmm. And St. Thomas is doing some really unique and innovative things when it comes to housing, and really putting the city on the map in terms of housing. And the Prespa partnership is one of those on Flora Street. Tell us a little bit about how that came to be.
Sure, yeah. So we've actually been in conversations with Prespa Group throughout the duration of construction on that new affordable housing building. So over the last couple of years, we've met periodically, and then of course more frequently as we got closer to entering into a partnership together. And it really acts as an example that shows you how local governments can work with the for-profit center to create new opportunities. So as those negotiations and conversations narrowed in, we really looked at what Prespa Group's needs were versus the City of St. Thomas's related to affordable housing. And we were able to land on an agreement where we entered into a head lease for the entire apartment building, which since landing on that head lease, we have occupied with low-income seniors in need of affordable housing. So it's been a really great partnership.
That's phenomenal. And how did you land upon focusing in on seniors specifically with that building?
Yeah, so seniors, low-income seniors, are a priority and a population in our community where we're seeing growth. We're seeing more seniors in low-income thresholds in need of being matched to affordable housing. And as a community, we feel it's important to prioritize seniors for this particular opportunity because there are vulnerabilities that come with being a low-income senior that you may not see in younger populations. Not to say that other areas don't also require prioritization, but for this particular project, it worked for Prespa Group and for the city to sort of accomplish the needs of both entities and to be able to create this new support for our seniors.
Mm-hmm. And being a brand new building, what are some unique features about the building and maybe something that's a favorite of yours that has come apart?
Sure, yeah. So it's quite beautiful. One of the features that I really appreciate in the building is that it's concrete in between each unit, which creates safety for folks. For example, if there was a fire in one unit, it is less likely to impact other units. It's in a great location, so the seniors who have been matched to that affordable housing opportunity can walk to amenities like grocery stores and doctors' offices and access other parks and resources in the community. So the location is probably one of my favorite features. And just knowing that we have 24 more units of affordable housing for seniors is such a big impact and a big deal for me and for our community.
Definitely. The walkability is huge, and having it that close to downtown is such a great advantage for so many people, isn't it?
For sure it is,
yeah. So looking ahead for 2025 and for the Housing Services Division of the city, what's in the horizon?
It's busy and it's going to stay that way.
Yeah.
St. Thomas is a community that is hungry to increase affordable housing for all citizens because we know that it's so desperately needed, especially when we're looking at those lower income households. It's also the necessary resource to prevent and end occurrences of homelessness. So we're doubling down on our efforts to ensure and do all that we can to work with all levels of government, our local nonprofits, our local for-profits to explore every and any housing opportunity that we can to ensure that we have enough stock in place to create housing stability for all.
That's incredible. And how do you go about getting those partnerships, reaching out to the community and ensuring partnerships like Prespa?
One of the things that's working in our favor in St. Thomas is that it feels like it's become contagious to be a part of this work. And so we regularly have people reaching out to us with inquiries or thoughts or ideas on a housing project or ways, again, to create that affordability. And we explore them all. You've probably heard Mayor Preston himself before. He says he campaigns on the answer is yes. Now, what was your question? So there's a lot of proof behind that working where it creates those open doors that allow the conversations to happen for us to be able to look at any opportunity to maximize our ability to increase that affordability.
That's incredible. And I like that. Leave with the yes and figure out the rest after.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, thanks so much for being on the show,
Thank
Danielle.
you for having me.
And best of luck for 2025 and all that the Housing Services Division has to offer.
Thank you.
Thanks. We'll be right back on Next Week Today in St. Thomas, Elgin.
My dad was a railway porter. It was just about the only job a black man could get. But he had big plans for us. Music would be our ticket out of poverty. I knew we couldn't afford that piano, so I practiced twice as hard.
Nice, Daisy. Okay, Oscar, let's hear it.
Turns out, I wasn't half bad. Then I found jazz, or it found me. It wasn't all easy, though. I faced a lot of hate, but I found my stage. They call me the man with 4 hands. Well, I don't know about that, but let's see how far this ticket takes me.
From Montreal to Carnegie Hall and far beyond, Oscar Peterson became one of the most recorded and celebrated jazz musicians of all time.
Was that 4 or 5? He's lost count and still thinks he can drive. Do you think he knows that when he is caught and charged with impaired driving, he'll lose his license and a lot more? If he gets in his car, he'll face costs exceeding $20,000. Does he realize he could have a criminal record for his choice to drive? And it could be much worse if he crashes. I wonder what he'll be thinking tomorrow.
Have a Holden someone at 15.
Visit ArriveAlive.org to find out more. Arrive Alive. Drive sober.
And we're back on Next Week Today in St. Thomas, Elgin. We are now joined by Vicky Loschiavo and Dennis Angel from the Elgin Theatre Guild. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
It's always a great day when we have the Elgin Theatre Guild here. Wow. I love it.
Yeah. Always a smiling face somewhere.
Right, right. And just in time for Christmas is your new show, In the Nick of Time.
Just in the nick of time.
Yes. Just in the nick of
That's
time.
right.
So this show is incredible. It's got Santa elves losing their color, wild twist. There's a whole bunch of things going on. And you were telling me before we started filming, there's kids and elves and elvettes. Tell us all about the show.
Well, Just in the Nick of Time is set at Santa's Village at the North Pole a couple of months before Christmas, and every day at the North Pole always looks like the day before Christmas, right? Everything's nice and bright and sunny and everything, and everybody's busy going about preparing for Christmas, and mysteriously, close to the end of the first act, Santa disappears. And when Santa disappears, all the color goes away with him. So we start to get some fading color and some fading lights at the end of Act 1, and we take our intermission, and then in Act 2 we come back and picture an old style black and white TV show. The whole set is going to be done up in dull colors, shades of black and gray and that, and including all of the costumes, including all of the kids. And when Santa miraculously reappears at the end of the show, thanks to our intrepid detective Red Mistletoe, he solves the case. And when Santa reappears, he's in his full costume, red, of course, and color starts coming back to the stage. And it happens just in the nick of time, so Santa can get off at 6 p.m. for his annual Christmas Eve sleigh ride.
And Christmas is saved.
Yes, Christmas is saved.
It sounds like an incredible story. A lot's happening. What's one of your favorite scenes from the show?
Wow, that's a good one. You know, there's so many cute, amusing parts. We have a couple of bumbling villains, of course, and one of the characters in particular plays a kind of an airhead type person, and she has some of the funniest lines and some of the facial expressions and that sort of thing, and the reactions that we actually get from the other characters on stage are amazing. And we have about a dozen actors from mid-teens down to 5 years old, and I'm really excited about working with the young people again. I used to coach minor football and I had the little guys in that, but I really miss being with the younger guys. It kind of revitalizes me as an old dog, so it really is fun to see these guys and the creativity. I keep on telling everybody, if you've got an idea, tell me about it, let's try it. If I don't like it, we'll change it. But all of us are smarter than one of us. So if you've got something, bring it to me, let's give it a go. And the creativity of the kids and the adults, of course, has been really a highlight. And every time somebody comes up with something new that we use, it makes the show just that much better. And it gives it also a little more personal touch for each of those people. A lot of these younger actors, it's possibly their first time on stage, and my goal is to make sure that they have fun and they love being involved in the theater and they want to keep doing it.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So Vicki, when does the show hit the stage, and audience, who should attend?
So this is an amazing family show. It's a great way to start a new tradition for Christmas. If you're not sure what to get anybody, grab tickets. And every year we will do something different at Christmas time. Our show has a soft open on Thursday, December the 5th, and our exciting opening night is the Friday night, the 6th, and we run through until the 15th of December. So we have Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights at 7:30, and Sunday matinees at 2 o'clock. And then the following week is the Thursday, Friday, Saturday night at 7:30, and then at 2 o'clock on Sunday for our matinee. And it's for the whole family. So little ones up to your grandparents and all in between.
Oh, incredible, great. And tickets available online?
You can buy them online. You can also buy them at the door as well, too, as long as we're not sold out.
Wonderful.
So, yes.
Tickets are selling relatively quickly, and typically we pretty close to a full house for every show. So I would encourage people to get online or get a hold of the theater and get their tickets soon.
And if you buy in groups of 10 or more, you do get a discounted rate as well.
Okay, great. Well, I know it's our family tradition. It has been for about 5 or 6 years to come out and see the Christmas show, so I'm really looking forward to this one.
Well, it's going to be good.
Yes, well, thanks so much for joining us, and can't wait to see you just
And thank you for having us again. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's great being here.
We'll be right back on Next Week Today in St. Thomas, Elgin.
Tuesday.
He's going to go crazy as soon as this comes off, eh?
Salthaven is a wildlife rehabilitation and education center. We rely on the public, first of all, so kind-hearted individuals, if they discover an animal in need, to call us. And we take in any animals that have been sick, injured, or orphaned. We rehabilitate them, and our ultimate goal is to release them back into the wild.
Healed, released, free. On Rogers TV.
I'm a singer-songwriter from Six Nations, and I've been writing songs about my experience, and with that being said, it's helped me hold hope in my heart in following my dreams and being resilient to everyday Indigenous battles. Competition between spirit, earth, and wind, let me tell you now. This song in particular, The Shiner, is a special song that I wrote for my grandfather. He was a snow snake maker, and that is a Haudenosaunee winter sport. It's my job to educate and to share, and the music allows me to do that. He'll be shining snow snakes and mudcats to the end of his days.
And we're back on Next Week Today in St. Thomas, Elgin. We now have the incredibly talented Josh Gaudette from Aylmer join us. He's a local musician who has just launched a solo career. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So, Josh, you've just launched a solo career called numberonesun. Tell us a little bit about going solo.
Well, it was a pretty easy decision for me. I still have the band in the background. The band's called More Ave, but it's a little bit heavier, more fast-paced kind of punk rock stuff. And I decided, and I was writing a lot more down-tempo music that was a little bit more, like it just needed a different medium, a different output. And so I had just kind of called up a buddy and asked if he wanted to make a record one day, and he said sure, and then we pumped out probably like 11, 12 songs in a cabin somewhere like 6 hours up north, and it turned into a really cool project, and I couldn't keep it under the same guise as the band, so I had to try and figure something else to do with it. And I had already been playing some solo like bar gigs and stuff like that, so I figured I know what I'm doing when it comes to booking shows and traveling around the province with the band. I might as well try and do it on my own as well and see what happens.
That's great. And so the solo project's numberonesun.
Yeah.
Where did that name come from?
My dad actually suggested it. I thought it was really cool. He's always called me number one because I'm his oldest son, and it's kind of like a Star Trek reference. And then we did it where the sun is actually like the sun in the sky as opposed to sun like me being his son, because we thought it would be a cool idea for like imagery and for the vibe of the project and everything.
Oh, that's great. So a little double entendre there. Yeah. Oh, that's great. And now you're launching your first single called Over Again.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the debut and the solo.
Yeah, this song is probably the poppiest, most upbeat song that we did on the record. It's very personal to me. I've had the chorus of the song written for a long time, and you'll find that with most musicians. They'll have stuff kind of just in banks and notes and voice recordings, and every time you go into the studio, you pull up different things and you work together. But I had only had so much of it done, and I just couldn't get past the creative block of getting through the rest of it. And so when I connected with my buddy Adam, we were up north and we were just recording, and he had helped me with a couple of melodies and a couple of words that triggered my brain a little bit, and I was able to finish it up, and it turned into a really nice, even though it's still kind of upbeat, it's a really nice kind of like anthem for struggling with anxiety and mental health, and still being able to function through everyday life and not necessarily let it get the best of you.
Right, and it's so important, right, in music. So many artists are talking about their mental health struggles, right, with Jelly Roll and so many, and the songs are becoming such big hits because people are feeling close to it.
Yeah.
Do you hope the same for yours?
Oh, of course. I would love to have even a fraction of the airtime that Jelly Roll has, but that's obviously not why I do it. But I do really hope that people can listen to the song and connect with it in some way, shape, or form, show a friend, put it in a playlist, learn the words, come to a show and sing along with me. Like, that would be super cool.
That would be really neat, yeah. So you mentioned your writing process, you go up to a cabin up north 6 hours away. What is that like? How do you develop these songs?
Well, that was kind of the first time I ever done something like that, and I gotta say it was really cool. We took a little bit of inspiration from another artist that I like, Bon Iver. It's kind of like his first album was the same thing, just recorded a bunch of songs in a cabin with not, the best instruments or not the best equipment. But it was really cool to kind of, we got to set up the little studio in the cabin, record a song, and then go write and play songs and jam on the porch looking out into the lake and kind of enjoying the scenery, enjoying the weather, and enjoying, we had good food, good drinks, good beverages and stuff like that. So we were able to just relax, enjoy the space and enjoy the nature, and that just really helped make everything flow better, especially the creativity.
Let that creative juices flow. Yeah, wonderful. Well, Josh, we can't thank you enough for being on the show today. And what we're going to do is we're going to end the show with your video over again. And I can't wait.
Hopefully everyone likes it.
Wonderful. Well, thanks for joining us, and I encourage everybody to go check out your website for more information on show dates.
Yeah,
and
YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, those are my main platforms, so check them out.
Great. Thanks, Josh.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
That wraps up our show today here at the Atrium in downtown St. Thomas. Thanks so much to Elle and all of the members for having us here today. And until next time, I'm your host, Kate Burns-Gallagher, on Next Week Today in St. Thomas, Elgin. Enjoy this video from Josh Gaudette.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
Join the high-energy, bodyweight-based workouts of the Thunder Twins. Gerald and Harold will get all shapes and sizes up and moving.
You just don't go down as low.
No.
We want you to cross your body, though, and do a slight bend.
Catch the Thunder Mondays at noon.
For 25 years, you've been helping to make our roads safer by doing the right thing. You've been the designated driver, you've stayed over, called home, you've called a cab or a friend, and planned ahead. Let's keep doing the right thing. Support sober driving by getting yourself and your friends home safely.
Do the right thing.
Visit arrivealive.org to find out more. Arrive Alive. Drive sober.
This is Rogers TV.